Hello, foodie fans. Welcome to the Big Food Talk, produced by Tough Monkey Entertainment. I'm your host, Sal Conca. This show supports restaurants, chefs, and food pioneers with your help. Head to bigfoodtalk.com to make your donation today, or check out our fun apparel line with proceeds going directly to participating restaurants. Special thanks to the Long Island Food Council, Dine LI Facebook group, and Yelp Long Island for supporting this episode. Today I'm speaking with Hagit, my good friend and food manufacturer located right here on Long Island. Tevony produces 4 different types of Mediterranean marinades and dressings, all inspired by her father's family recipe. Started in 2018, Tevony has overcome many challenges and is now the recipient of the 2020 Sofi Award for Best New Product in Salsa and Dips. If you've ever wanted to start your own food manufacturing company, don't miss today's inspiring episode of the Big Food Talk featuring Tevony. Hi, Hagit. It's so nice to have you on the Big Food Talk today. Welcome, and how are you feeling this day?
Hi, Sal. It's good seeing you, and I'm very glad and excited to be here. Thank you for welcoming me to your show.
Absolutely. We've known each other for a long time. The audience doesn't realize this, but we've worked together on multiple projects, including a TV show and videos and the Long Island Food Council and all these different things. But I think what's great is from literally the first time we met, you and I had a great relationship. And I think that's a testament to you and your personality. So thank you. Thank you for being so great to work with.
And thank you. You've been amazing to work with, and we still have a lot of work to do together.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. No spoilers, no spoiler alerts. But I want to hear more about Tevony and Tachbisha. I know a little bit about the story, but when did you start the company? When did Tevony start?
I started the company in 2018. And it didn't start as a Tevony. When we started, the idea was just to get my dad's recipe that he created over 40 years ago, and we used only in the family, on the shelf. That was the desire we had, to share it with the world, you know?
Sure. And so I think, 2018, you have this idea. Well, let's put it this way. When did you have the idea to take your dad's recipe and bring it in and make it into a company? And how long did it take to actually go from that idea to putting your first bottle on the shelf?
Okay, great. So at 2018, I got divorced. And it was one of those, no divorce is a good divorce, but it's really a brutal divorce. And I decided and chose to leave everything behind. I have 6 daughters, and my oldest daughter inspired me, and she said, "Ma, how about you focus on the skills of entrepreneurial you have, and you take grandpa's recipe, which is a very good recipe. It's something that people will love because everybody's looking to healthy products right now, and the combination of ingredients and the fact that it's all ingredients with health benefits, I think you would do phenomenal." And I said, "You know what? That's an idea, but I don't know if we can make a business out of it. Maybe just like to keep me busy during this challenging time and keep my mind off of challenging things, I would do that." And so I decided to introduce it into the restaurant food show in the Javitz Center. And I got all my kids together, and we prepared like 300 jars. And we went to the food show. We had no knowledge about the food industry and how it goes. It was our first time. We didn't know what to prepare, how things are going to go. The idea was just to introduce it, let people try it, and see the feedback from it before we move, forward. And let me tell you something. We gave out over 6,000 samples.
Wow.
And oh my God, we wanted to hear something that was a little bit of like, I don't want to say bad feedback, but something that somebody will say, it was unbelievable. The reaction was, wow, what is this?
Hmm.
That's when I knew that, okay, this is something that we should work with, and we can get it to the next level and get people to enjoy it.
Sure, sure. And I love this process. I'm a food manufacturer as well, which is why I think you and I relate so well to one another. I get asked all the time, how do you take this recipe that I have in my kitchen and bottle it? And so you made 300 bottles for this food show. Did you make it yourself? Did you already go find a co-packer? What was the process like to even get your recipe into a jar? What did your process look like?
Wow. Okay. Well, when we decided to go to the food show, so yes, we did it at home. You should have seen the kitchen. It was garlic all over and spices all over. And on the oven, we had a thermometer because we had to put it to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And it was a real adventure. It was crazy. So in the beginning, we did, as I said, we didn't even think of doing it as a company. We just thought of like, let's let people try it.
Hmm.
And we put it together in our kitchen, and we bottled it. We bought jars and we made our own home labels on the computer.
Hmm. Hmm.
We designed everything the way we want to see it, and we went out with it. So that's how we did it at the beginning. We didn't even have any co-packers in mind. We didn't even know about that option at all.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. And it's how a lot of people start, right? They just have that entrepreneurial spirit. They just go, go, go. They have the mindset, I'm going to take this product, I'm going to put it in a jar. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing, rules, regulations, right? All this type of stuff. So we just do it. We do it and hope for the best. And 2 years later, you're now a 2020 Sofi Award winner for Best New Sauce. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes, this is our winner. We basically, this is the product that we started with. This is the original sauce, the original recipe of my dad's.
And which
And
product is that? Because you do have four in the line. Which product is that?
we do have four in the line. This is the Mediterranean spread dip. It actually won in the first new product of 2020 under the category of salsa and dips.
Hmm.
Although this is like a versatile sauce, you can do anything with it. The idea when my dad created it was that, he wanted to create like, I mean, some kind of a wet spice that has all the spices, the olive oil, everything in one jar, that you don't have to go out of your way and cut the garlic and peel the garlic and measure the spices. Everything is ready. Used to make jars of it, put it in the fridge, and then when we cooked, it was just so easy to use.
Wow.
So when we came to the show, Sal, we introduced that and we said this is a versatile sauce. You can do anything with that. It's so simple. But sometimes I didn't realize that sometimes simple can be complicated, and people didn't really get the idea of like, okay, what can I do with it? And that's when I decided to make, I'm a people pleaser. I like to please people. I like to make people happy. And I like to create things that are easy to use and that are good quality. And when we decided to break it down into four products, so what I did, I created a marinade from it.
Hmm.
And then I created a condiment, which is in a squeezed bottle where people could just squeeze it on their falafel, shawarma, hot dogs, pretzel, you name it, eggs, whatever.
Hmm.
And then with the salad dressing, I wanted to be creative. I wanted to keep it vegan, and I wanted to be creative and make it creamy and unique. So I added coconut cream into it. And that's how we
Delicious.
broke it into four products. And then I figured, this is going to be an easier way for people to understand how to use the product if
Hmm.
we divide it into categories.
I agree. And it's a lot to take on at that point, right? So now you don't just have one product or sauce. It's not just your original recipe from your father. Now you have to think about how you're going to market each one individually, how you're going to get each one produced because now they need separate lines. And so a lot comes with doing that, but it is advised for many businesses. I was advised the same way. You can't just have one product in the line because you need to show some diversity.
Correct. But the challenge that comes with developing four products right off the bat is huge. I mean, Sal, you also have experience with that. when I walked around the shows and when I asked questions of other companies, and there are so many good companies out there. I mean, so many good products, new products, innovative products. It's amazing. It's such a, amazing. And I have asked, like, how long did it take you to get from point A to the next point of putting it into the shelf? And people, you know, shared with me that it took them between 5 to even 10 years to just develop one product, put it on the shelf. But I didn't understand why. I mean, today we know why, and we're going to share a little bit about it. I didn't understand why. So the fact that we have right off the bat developed four products and put them all on the shelves at the same time for a product that nobody even knew,
Mhm.
and start marketing it and get people familiar with it. A lot of
Mhm.
demos, a lot of food shows, and it's just it's just huge. And let me tell you, we have seven more fully developed products that are coming in 2021. We're not going to talk about it. This
Yeah,
is a surprise,
coming
but
soon.
coming soon. And, due to the high demand and the great feedback we got from people on vegan products
Hmm.
and clean products and products that are made with healthy ingredients,
Yeah,
that's we decided to really focus on developing more innovative products that are
great.
going to be unique.
That's amazing. I have no doubt they'll be delicious and tasty as well. But let's take a step back. We've talked a lot about a whole lot of things already. But for people listening though, they probably want to know, what is Tachbisha? What was the original concept of the recipe? What is this recipe? What is it made from? You mentioned healthy ingredients. What is Tachbisha?
Okay, so Tachbisha was created from my dad's desire to gather the family in his barbecue sauces.
Hmm.
His barbecue parties, I'm sorry. And he wanted to create a sauce that will be healthy, that will be delicious, and that will tenderize the meat. So what he did, he took a combination of ingredients, which is very simple: garlic, turmeric, olive oil, a combination blend of Mediterranean spices, and lemon and lime, which when you put all of them together, it's like the perfect mix to tenderize the meat, to give it a lot of flavor and enhance the flavor of it. And when you put it on the barbecue, the result was just like a very tender and delicious. And the smell, oh my God, the smell used to bring all the neighborhood around. And that's how we created it. And it ended the tahbisha because in the roots of it, tahbisha in Arabic, it's some kind of like mixture of a lot of ingredients put together and something delicious comes out. And that's how tahbisha was born. So,
That's amazing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a great recipe. I can say I've tasted it. I've had it on many things. So what do you use it with? You mentioned it's a marinade. You have the four. So how are people using this at home? How do you use it at home? What could people do with it?
Okay, very good question. And well, like I said, we developed the four products, and the marinade is used to marinate vegetables, fish, meat, chicken, anything that you can think of, even portobello mushrooms. I mean, I'd like to keep it interesting for vegan people, for people who love meat. And it's so simple to use. Sal, you just take the bottle, you shake it, you pour it over whatever you want to cook. You can marinate it overnight, or you can marinate it over an hour, or you can just pour it and bake it. It's that simple. Bake it, grill it, barbecue it, whatever you want. And it has chunks of garlic with minced garlic, with all the other spices and olive oil. So you don't need to add anything to it. All you
Mhm.
have to do, pour it, bake it, and you're ready to go. With the spread, we have, again, it's what we've been using it at home. We use it as one seasoning to all of our cooking. We cook Mediterranean. I'm Egyptian.
Mhm.
My roots are Jewish Egyptian. And everything that we cook has a lot of spices in it. It's not spicy, but has a lot of like,
Of course.
good spices and olive oil and the lemon and lime and all that. So for me, what I do with it, I do everything with it. I cook all my food with this spread. You can also use it just as a spread on a bread or dip your favorite chips in it or put it on a pretzel. Really,
Pizza, even pizza and other things like that, right?
pizza. Oh, that's a great. Let me tell you, this is a great alternative for pizza sauce. So for those who don't like tomato or cannot take tomato because of the acidity of the tomato, all you have to do is just pour it. And we have some recipes online that we show how to make pizza with it. And
You're a busy lady. We know. Phone calls coming in. That's probably a new.
sorry about that.
It's
Yes,
a new store. It's a new store looking to take your products. I know. Don't worry. It's okay.
I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay.
And the salad dressing that we have, it's pretty simple. You can use it on salad, on any vegetable, and you can also use it on a dip. It's really creamy and delicious. Another thing that I have found very interesting that I was doing with it, since it has the coconut cream in it, it can be used as a Thai marinade, and it
Interesting.
is super, super delicious. Again, use it as a marinade, pour it over whatever you want, just bake it, grill it, and you have a ready dish in minutes, and it's so creamy
Yeah.
and delicious.
Yeah, I think one of the interesting recipes I saw with that was you had a Thai curry soup that you made with this.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. We used the salad dressing
Hmm.
and the spread, and the recipe is also online. And it was so easy to make it, and the soup was so hearty and so creamy and so delicious. It was amazing. It was really, really good. And then the last one, we have the condiments. So I wanted to create something that will be on the go, something simple. And I know people love to use ketchup and mustard and all that kind of stuff. And I said, you know what? Why not just create something that people can put it in their bag, take it everywhere with them? Because this is what people are telling me. Listen, we love that so much that we take it everywhere with us.
That's
And
amazing.
you know, you just shake it and pour it over whatever you want to eat, and it enhance the flavors.
That's amazing. That really is. And I know how much work you've put into this. How much production have you gone through so far? Like how many units have you sold in the last 2 years, do you think? Do you even have a number on that?
Yes, I do. We sold over 10,000 units
Wow.
between all of the products. We have gone through two productions, and it takes a lot of times. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people like me in the beginning, I did not realize really what it takes to take a recipe and put it on the shelf. It sounds so simple, but Sal, you know.
I know you cannot just put it on the shelf. It's like the old days of build it and they will come. Just because you make the product doesn't mean somebody's going to find and try your product. So it takes a lot going, and especially now with COVID, businesses like ours, businesses like yours, we used to thrive on in-store food tastings, right? Getting in front of the customer and saying, our product is here at Food Town or Key Food, and here, I want you to try it with this cracker, try it with this pretzel. And now that's all gone. So, how have you pivoted since all this happened and since COVID? What's been different about your business in the last 6 months?
Well, COVID definitely challenged us in a way that we couldn't do demos, and because this is a new product, demos would be the best solution to really let people get familiar with the product, try it, and they would always buy it. Since we came, I mean, COVID came with few challenges, not just demos, the quarantine, not being able to go out to the stores, not being able to visit, to stock the shelves. The kids are home, of course.
Hmm.
So, but as an entrepreneur, challenges is a form of motivation. And for me, every time I hit a challenge, and there are plenty of them, every day is a new challenge. um, I have decided to focus more on the marketing online because, as we all know, this is going to be the next step for all of us. We all get familiar with selling online and promoting online and communicating online with more people and trying to develop the routes throughout online and get people familiar, which is really a lot of work. It's really challenging. It's something new that you have to learn, unlike our kids that they're pros with that. And,
Sure.
we have still to learn about it. Um,
So
but
how
what
so how are you handling that? What is your strategy for online? Where can people buy it online? What's the process for that right now? Where are you marketing and where can people buy it online?
So the first thing that we did, we promoted it on Amazon. We opened up an Amazon shop and we made it available there in different packages for people to be able to go there and buy it. We also put it on Walmart.com. We have it available through our website, through Instagram, and we are still working very hard on a daily basis to keep on adding other options online where people can go and buy it. In the meantime, we are in 80 local stores that we have developed their distribution on our own. And we came up with a solution that instead of demos, we created a floor display case with 4 shelves in a way where the buyers are being so understanding and so kind, and they're allowing us to put it in the front of the store. We give a promotional price, and then people are being able to see it. And when they try it, they love it, so they always come back for it. So, and we're working on some marketing strategies, Facebook,
Sure.
and all kind of advertisement. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
And I
But
think
it's
that's what's interesting.
worth.
You mentioned something really interesting in there. And I think for people that want to start a food company, the important thing is what you said is people liked it and they came back and buy it again. And rebuy is where your business is. Getting somebody to try something once is very easy. There was somebody in the food council, Jennifer Steiner Poole, who runs a crumb cake business, a gluten-free, and she talked about this too. A lot of times buyers, they're very nice. You can get in, they want to try your product. They want to support local. But guess what? If those customers don't buy it or come back to rebuy it, the store is not going to continue to carry you, right?
Correct, exactly. And the satisfaction and happiness that it creates after all the hard work, when people come back to buy it, it's priceless. It feels so good to know that you create something that people enjoy and love. You know what I love the most? When I used to do the demos, I used to love the little kids, 2 years old, 1.5 years old. And
Mm-hmm.
it's so bright, the colors of it. I mean, they don't know the taste of it, but I guess the colors of it and the smell when the bottles are open. And they would come to the demo stands and they would ask me for a cracker with that. And they tried it and then they would say, we want more. And
Mm-hmm.
that was, kids are so honest and they're the best
And
sellers. So,
picky. And picky.
and picky, yes. And I loved it. I loved seeing that. I love the fact that I was able, with my father, to create something that will be loved by so many people and ages. And it's just amazing. It's just amazing, and it gives you more ideas and motivation to work harder and create more. And we're just loving it. We're enjoying it.
Absolutely. If you could go back, and because I want to wrap things up here, but if you could go back to yourself 2 years ago, 2018, what advice would you give yourself now, knowing what you know? What advice would you give to another food manufacturer looking to start their business today?
Excellent question. I would probably take my time to learn more about the steps. I mean, a lot of the steps that I've learned on my own and through challenges. But again, I didn't think about it as a business at the beginning. It was just a desire to share my dad's recipe with others. And it developed into a business. That was not the focus. But I would do more research. I would do more learning of understanding production, understanding marketing, understanding the design of the label, the FDA regulations. And of course, today with the corona, it is being more challenges with all the regulations. So it's like everything is changing and we have to always be connected and learn more. But that's what I would probably do. Although I have to say, Sal, I really enjoyed learning from the challenges. And let me tell you, I mean, I make it sound so rosy and pink and all
Mm-hmm.
that, but there are many nights where I used to just crumble and, cry and say, oh my God, how am I going to make it happen? This is
Mm-hmm.
so much bigger than me. But seeing how people are enjoying it just made me realize, you know what, it's worth it. It's a great feeling and it's worth more than anything else in the world.
Absolutely. Hagit, this has been so great. I think the story is going to inspire a lot of people and be very educational to people who are looking to start a food manufacturing business. Where can everybody find you online? What's your website? What's your Insta? Where can people buy your products?
They can find us on www.tevony.com. And they can find us on Amazon if they will put a search key of Tachbisha on Amazon. They will find us in Walmart.com and in our Instagram at Tevony_18. Many recipes, many ideas, many comments from other people, and we'd love to, share everything we have.
Absolutely, Hagit. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you, Sal.
Thanks for tuning in to The Big Food Talk, produced by Tough Monkey Entertainment. Subscribe on iTunes and wherever you listen to podcasts. Follow us on Instagram for behind-the-scenes takes, or watch complete episodes on YouTube. Don't forget to make a donation at bigfoodtalk.com.